What up, y'all? Happy what day is it today? Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. My name is TK Trinidad, and we're talking all things wrestling on this fine Wednesday. And I'm not alone. The councilman with the good hair is in the building. How are you doing, councilman?
Ladies and gentlemen, have no fear. Your councilman is here, and he is doing way better than all of you on the East Coast with this heat wave. The West Coast sun is being very generous right now.
Isn't it like 100 degrees out here?
What? No. Where did you hear that?
Oh, it's 92. Well, hot is hot. It's just summer in Los
No,
Angeles.
no. There's a different hot that's going on over there. Ours is, hey, maybe carry some water with you when you're going to do your hike or you're going to do your walk. Them is y'all should stay in the house. Like, you should not have air on. Like, I could cut out my air off right now, and I think I'd still be okay.
Good old global warming. You gotta love it. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you doing?
Big Jeff in the building.
All right, let's get into it. I want to actually start off with this one. I'm gonna actually put it in the chat for you. I'm sure you saw it, Will. It's Jey Uso and his response on social media, which I actually thought was, what is the word? I thought it wasn't his account because he normally doesn't really post like that. I just put it in the private chat for you. So as we know, we talked about it on Monday. Jey Uso, his wife has filed for divorce. He has since, we won't get all the way into it, but there's so much things with relationships that are going on right now that is kind of crazy. But this one's tame, which is great. So what do you think of his response? Did you see his response on social media?
That's what I'm looking for now. What exactly did he say? Took to social media and decided soliloquies and she's about to take half of my property. Oos wouldn't be nigga. Hey, yeah, 4 letters. Yeah. 1 word. Half. I mean, I think the one thing that we do need to realize, IWC, is that we don't need to try to make Jey into a villain. Like, let's not do that.
I don't think we are. Is anybody making into a villain?
I've been looking at the comments. Like, believe me when I tell you, it's a whole like dragging of this guy. Because again, like with the rumors that are going on with like, certain other people that are supposedly involved in this, people don't know the main reason why the filing is happening. It's a very messy thing. And I think him also like jumping on that bandwagon. And we know too, right, like you don't have events that's like stringing this to be a story. It's just kind of like, okay. But then also too, like, where is Jay's head at right now? And I think that's the thing that we are also kind of maybe losing sight of. Like the same thing like that happened like with Charlotte, when people were like, when Charlotte came back and folks were just like, bashing her with everything that was going on. And, the thing that we asked is just like, yo, like this girl just went through a divorce and like was injured and like for months couldn't do the one thing that she's worked all her life to be doing. Like, has anyone checked her mental health and how she's doing? So I just hope for that case that somebody is asking Jey, like, hey, bro, like, how are you managing all of this? Like, how are you feeling about this? Because divorce is not easy. Like, this ain't no like sign papers like, hey, we gave it a good run. I'll see you later. No, like, and kids are involved, and like the job, and then the reputation, the representation of being a Samoan. Like, those things are very looked down upon. So it's like, yo, what is your family saying about all of this? I just think
I mean, to an extent. I mean, I know quite a few Samoans. They got married early, and then they hop into another, marriage. Or I mean, look at Jimmy. He's had kids. Now he's in the public eye. That's a different thing.
Yeah, but you know how elders get. But then too, even like you say with the Jimmy thing, how long did it take for Naomi to be accepted by them? Because that wasn't
Naomi.
Yeah, that wasn't just.
That's a whole different story. If you
That's
watch,
what I'm saying. So it's like, but again, like just that though. Like I just think that I just say that all to say, I think we should make sure that we're showing Jey Uso and all parties some grace right now, and allow them to navigate that without the scrutiny of us bashing people we don't know. Remember, these are not the characters that are going through this. These are the real life people, and I think we should try to remember that.
Yeah, I think too. I oftentimes people just see the surface, right? So obviously, you know, we won't get into that, but you know, oftentimes people see the surface, but you didn't see what it took to get to that point, to like somebody filing for a divorce, especially being in a relationship for so long, because they've been married for 12. I think they were high school sweethearts. So you add some more years onto that. That's a long time. And for somebody to get to their breaking point where it's just like, this ain't it. I think we definitely have to respect that. And also we don't know the timeline, because by the time she said this ain't it to, you know, when he posted and deleted the story of the other situation, like we don't know,
because there's things going out that the divorce been and he just didn't sign the papers, or like there's been how many years was that? Like, yeah, it's just
right.
I say it's so much that goes on in that. Like, don't be that person that decided to judge something based off a surface level. Like, to your point, you have no idea what it took to get there, especially with multiple kids involved, and to still be able to go, I can't stay in where we currently are. I have to get out.
Yeah. And then there's so many. I really hate, you know, even referencing what's going on. There's like so many multiple stories, and I really hate people that jump to the conclusions and they don't even look at, you know, there's certain facts that are presented, right? But one of the facts that we have to take into consideration is this man is on the road 300 plus days. So like there's that. There are oftentimes plenty of wives, most of the time, plenty of wives of wrestlers have said that I raised the kids. Like we never saw him. If you look at Hulk Hogan's documentary, Linda talks about that all the time. So like, and we're in a different era now. It's not grin and bear it. It's like, you know, I deserve to be loved too. I'm whatever, like all these things, because it's like pretty much you're a single parent with somebody who comes in once in a while. Again, I'm guesstimating. I don't know what because I thought they were in Florida, but apparently they have an Atlanta home. So like I don't know. I'm just guesstimating. So
no, but just like you said, like I would it would be very unwise to disagree with that. Like if you are a fan of this business, if you've been in this business or you've worked around this business, like, you know, like that is one of the biggest tolls like a wife or a husband who is married to a superstar of wrestling takes. And especially during the time, like when they were married, like you said, like now there are no house shows. So now it's no longer 300 and something days out the week of going. But during the time when they were together, no, it was that. It was traveling on your own, like making sure like they were taking care of these kids. Like these guys were gone most of the time. So they're doing the shopping, they're doing the taking the kids to school, doing the PTA meetings, making sure that they go to practices or that they go visit their cousins because they also want to get into the business. Like that will take its toll on anybody. And, you know, and like not even the, you know, alleged rumors of like other parties and stuff like that. Just that alone, like, you know, like if you remember watching Owen Hart stuff, like Owen Hart and his wife will talk about like the strain some of that would have, not only just on her, but just on him. Like, I don't get to see my kids. Like my kids are growing up without me, and how much that can mess with them mentally. So it's just, again, that's why I say just it's something that we should remember. Hey, this is not a part of the show. This is not a part of the programming, and let's be mindful of that when it comes to the parties that are involved.
Right. Yeah, we definitely wish them all the best and, you know, healing and all the things, because to be together for so long, it's the same thing as grief. And then you're right, checking on the mental health, because, you know, you're even though he might have been out of the relationship for a period of time, there's also now it's public, and now you have to essentially do it all in public. And like there's those periods, and you have to, there's no downtime. You're still traveling, you're doing all those things. So yeah, definitely hope that,
and you can lose half your shit. There's also that. And that's a huge, like, hey, bro, you all right? Like, I don't think people really think about when, you finna lose half your shit. Like, what you got now, half. And everything else to take with that. Like, there's now, and a thing too, like, I think people don't take into consideration, and this is more to the fellas as well, of like, there is a lot of things that she takes care of that you now have to have the responsibility of. Like, one, now you have to find a place of your own. You have to decorate it. You have to get it set up. And you have to get it set up.
That's just a single bachelor pad apartment.
But also too, you got kids, so that also is like you have regulations you have to take of like, but again, these are things that person would normally handle while you're on the road doing stuff off of the top rope and super kicks that you now have to take care of. And if we're talking about the certain other party, that person's doing that too. So that's not the person you're gonna fully get to lean on to be able to do that, like most other folks would do if you're in this particular situation. So again, it's a lot to take in mentally. So I'm just curious to, I just want him to have a crash out, be like, and just look at LA Knight, be like, man, I lost half my shit. I ain't got time for this super kick.
I mean, he can make it into a story. Like at the end of the day,
if I was him, I would do it, yo. I feel like that's how you deal with the pain, because it's not going away. People are going to be assholes and call it out and look at you weird, and it's gonna be like, yo, I would say, bro, fall into it.
Yeah.
Get ahead of the scrutiny.
Another thing we're gonna fall into. Anybody got his music? Where's his music at?
Let's see. Pause. What? What are we?
Here we go. Look at
his name and he appears. I believe it
said.
Then you didn't even click it. Oh my god!
Another day, another failed intro attempt by our fearless leader.
I actually found the video this time, so we're good.
It's
one step closer.
It has my face on it. You can't miss it. But salutations, everybody. The mayor has returned to WWT Live, and I got a hard stop at 4 TK. So this will be the best consensual 30 minutes you've ever experienced. Just want to put that out there. Oh, I'm telling you that in advance.
Yo.
All right. Any words on Jay? I don't know if you saw. I had put it in the private chat. But any words on Jay and his divorce?
I mean, I think as a collective in society, we get too involved in people's personal lives, and it's about damn time. If anything, I'm happy that I don't want to say her name wrong. It's Tuss something. I don't want to say her name wrong, but Jay's
Mrs. Uso,
former Mrs. Uso or Fatu, step forward. She's been silent in the midst of all this, and she stepped forward and finally put us into what we speculate is like, oh, is he still married? Is he not? Are they just separated and didn't do the paperwork? She said, hey, we beyond repair here. We're going to just do the paperwork. It was going to become public either way. Jay has been vocal about who he actually with. We just saw it on Club Shay Shay months ago. That's not a secret. So you just got to assume that, hey, they've probably been in their personal lives like separated for who knows how long. And the paperwork is just getting done and it just became public. It's unfortunate. But I think it's best for both parties who obviously share the younger son. Just get it done so people can stop speculating and being in a business.
For sure. With that being said, Will, do you want to take the AEW preview?
I have no idea what's
I'm-
happening. I have
Oh,
no idea.
I'll send you the link so you can get ready. Sted
No.
threw me off with his entrance.
Is
Oh, while we're doing that, Sted, can you talk to them about
You're just blaming the mayor? I threw you off. You supposed to be had the controls.
Sted, can you talk about only wrestlers?
Yeah, so the mayor been out in these streets doing productive things. We was at Only Wrestlers Independence Rumble last night. Very good show, top to bottom. We got to see Tessa Blanchard, who's the OWA champion, retain her title against Kira, who's a popular luchadora in CMLL. Brittany Brooks defeated Alex Gracia in their singles match. On the ladies' side of things, Brittany Brooks did approach, and you see my Brittany Brooks merchandise here, center of attention. I've been getting her name right now, not from what I thought it was previously. But yeah, Brittany Brooks approached Tessa after that match, and it seems like she's next up for that OWA champion, so keep it locked about that. I believe you could have watched this show and the playback on the Unbeaten Sports Network streaming service. It was streamed live yesterday. Other matches included Scorpio Sky and Brian Cage. Brian Cage was victorious. Esfinge versus Defunto. Esfinge was victorious. Joe Alonzo was successful in his match, and then the Good Brothers versus Live Danger in the main event, the tag team match. That was a match that was run by the Good Brothers, who I believe are OWA tag team champions. So really fun card, really fun show out there in the city of Long Beach. Really, really Carson. I'm going to claim that because I'm from Carson. But yeah, go check out Thunder Studios. They've been putting on some good shows there. If you're local in the South Bay, make sure you guys check that out and check out the replay of OWA. It's a fun show.
Oh, is that where you were at?
Yep.
Oh yeah, man. I love Thunder Studios, man. That's where they shot Snoop Dogg's Drop It Like It's Hot.
Interesting. I never knew that.
They shot a lot of music videos there. I actually used to like we're gonna talk about that. I think it may be time for me to return back to Thunder Studios. We used to shoot in there all the time for gaming content.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just found out that they had multiple rooms in there. I thought it was just like one big room there from the MLW shows.
It's that one. If they were there, like big garage openings where it was being
on the
held.
side. Yeah.
So that's what they. Yeah, so they'll normally have events there, and then they'll put food trucks and stuff out there. But if you go into the other rooms, they have like the audio room for like all the gaming stuff. There's like 3 sets that are set up back there, and then the rest of that stuff is the studio for commercials. Like Target will shoot a lot of their holiday stuff in Thunder Studios.
I did not know that. That's so crazy. I grew up in the area. Del Amo swap meets across the street. That's like it blows my mind that is there. Like
we'll talk about that. I think there's we'll get into it, TK. Yeah.
All right, what's happening with AEW today? We are going to be having a post show with Courtney. What's the preview, Will?
Do we have cards, or it's just one card?
There's only one card that was on AEW, so
okay, no problem. Well, it is the AEW Dynamite Wednesday, and of course, it is a special edition, the Beach Break in Clearwater. Should be a lot of fun tonight. We got some great action for y'all going on. The Psycho Killer Tommaso Ciampa will be taking on Chris Jericho. We also have the Women's Casino Gauntlet match, and the winner will earn a shot at the AEW World Title at AEW Redemption. And then we also have the AEW International Championship match. The Alpha Konosuke Takeshita will be taking on the Pro Star Kyle Fletcher of the Don Callis family. That is going to be probably match of the night, but there is one that could potentially steal it, as we have the AEW World Championship title on the line. MJF will be taking on Kenny Omega with a stipulation. If Kenny Omega cannot climb to the mountaintop, if he cannot become AEW World Heavyweight Champion tonight, he can never challenge for the AEW title ever again. Heavy stakes on the line in tonight's main event, but you can be able to check out all the action tonight with AEW live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, and you can watch that on TBS and also streaming on HBO Max. And you don't have to talk about it alone after it's done. We will be having a post show with the PR princess herself, Courtney. I have been your councilman, and that's it.
On CEO Wednesdays.
Welcome, Ken. Mr. Said, is there a match that you're looking forward to?
Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna get these interests right. Just welcome Ken. That's all you got?
Welcome to Daily Ken.
I was having technical difficulties. It was giving her a headache. I expected nothing.
No. You could have showed in on time and still got that intro. That was just like, hey, what up, nigga? Anyway, how y'all feeling about AEW? They're like, wow, he just got here. You want to keep him here, right?
Oh my goodness,
man!
I had to fight lions, tigers, and bears to get here too.
It's a pleasure having you on, Ken. Mr. Said, any match that you're looking forward to?
I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. Since the trials against my client a week ago, I've been checked out of wrestling as a whole. But I will tune in to see whatever the CEO is doing. That's just honesty. I haven't watched much programming since my client was wronged by Mr. Hickenbottom. But I don't want to derail AEW talk. I will tune in and watch whatever the CEO is doing. But match specific, the Kenny Omega match interests me because I think this will be the first time that stipulation doesn't work. I can't see Kenny, and I know he doesn't have much time left in this wrestling game. Mm-hmm. But I can't see him going out being like one of the EVPs, whatever, like having one of these big roles in AEW and saying like, hey, I'm never going to challenge for a title again. Because I don't think he's the heart and soul of AEW, but he's probably been the biggest character that you want to see develop over time in AEW's history. So they can't just cut the legs from Kenny and say like, he'll never do this again when you have so many things on the horizon. Like, is Sheamus going to pull up in AEW? Is Kofi and Austin going to pull up to AEW? Those are things that might have some title worthiness to them because we previously thought they would never happen. So I think he'll win tonight.
Yeah. Ken, is there anything AEW tonight that you want to see?
I'm with Said. I'm always there for the CEO. I'm very interested in the MJF Kenny Omega match. I think that one is going to be the most exciting, especially with the stipulation. I don't see, and I know I'm agreeing again here, I don't see how you don't give Kenny Omega another opportunity at a title shot. So this stipulation is very funny to me. I don't know what that means. If he's going to lose the title or if Kenny's getting the title, that's going to be crazy. So I'll be here for that one.
Yeah. And anything, Will?
I'm very interested in the women's casino gauntlet match. Because I would love for Athena to win and throw a monkey wrench and All In and become AEW champion and then have to take on Mercedes Moné at All In.
And I'm glad you said that, Councilman. Can I address Bozer real quick? He's saying I'm cranky that Mercedes isn't a gauntlet. She already got a title match.
Right.
What we need a title match, or we need 2 title opportunities. She already got one. She don't need to be in the gauntlet. She got a title match, the biggest show of the year. We don't need 2. Yeah. What she gonna win? She gonna be in the gauntlet, win the title match, win the title of redemption, and face herself at All In? What are we talking about?
Hey, at least I gave her 5. You know what I'm saying? And then it could be like All In, both titles on the line.
Wow, that did sound a little bit cranky, Bosa. You might be right there. All right, sounds good.
They confusing facts with crankiness nowadays. Okay,
it's not facts; it's just how he presented it. It is what it is.
Hey, like, what are we doing?
I mean,
she already has.
I would be less cranky if my introduction was done properly when I appear on.
I found the video this time, so next time when you're on, then I'll play the video. I know how far down I scroll.
Did you press the video or did I press the video?
Nah, you pressed it before I found
Okay,
it. I was about to press it, then you pressed it.
Okay.
So next
Okay.
time, so it's levels. So next time I know what the video is.
Okay. I'm gonna put it in bold
Yeah.
font. I'm gonna make sure it's big letters, so you see.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Thank you. Appreciate it.
See,
I'll
try to help out.
You know what? I appreciate you, Sid, for all the help that you've done. You've been an incredible asset to the company. I don't know where we would be without you.
And ladies and gentlemen in the chat, that's growth. We just had a teachable moment, and that was some growth in real time. Y'all know that little guitar riff they be playing on Family Matters? I wish that could play right now.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, congratulations are in order to Rich Swann. He just re-signed his deal with TNA. With everything that's going on with TNA that we saw over the last, I think, like 2 weeks or something like that. Some people resigning, some people leaving. This is way more speculation versus, what we know is happening. But we'll start with you, Will. What do you think is happening in TNA? Like, some people, I feel like WWE's on that side, but on a bigger scale. But, some people are resigning. Some people are like, nah, I'm good. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's a shift. We started, I think we've seen it in different variations of different companies, and you're now starting to see it in TNA. Like there's more stakes to be had now that you're on programming, but there's also too, because of that happening, there's some things that can't sustain. Like you're going to have to innovate. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the wrestling business that only know how to innovate inside the ring as a performer and not as a company in a whole. And I think that's what you're starting to see. So there's people that can afford to be able to ride the ship as it's being able to transition into a better period, as we see with them introducing a new Knockouts title, as we've seen with how they've been shifting with champions and stuff, and even the matches. But you have folks that really, they don't have that kind of time, or they don't have the mental capacity to want to take on that type of place, and they can go find better and maybe even get put in a better position than they were when they either decide to come back or find the next step. But I think it's just a transition, like we're seeing with WWE, like we're seeing with AEW, even like we're seeing with New Japan. We're just now starting to see it pop up with TNA.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Lynette. The haircut looks good on him. Any thoughts, Mr. Said? I think I like it better than the last hairstyle he had. Any thoughts, Mr. Said?
I agree with Councilman. I think things, and we're seeing a little bit in WWE, things are getting far character driven. And I think you can probably allude to probably why. And I think it's just a society, our attention spans suck. So things get more character driven to where it's like, hey, you can hold the attention on TV programming. You got to think about the AMC television deal. And I'm really interested in the characters they're investing in going forward. Think about some of their top heels, obviously the Hardys, doing different callbacks. Eric Young, been in TNA forever. He's going to be coaching on the WWE side thing that's now just left. Santana just posted something about a date, said 7/15. So I don't know if that means he's free to work anywhere else, but you can see that shift because they're probably trying to hold the attention of their television audience going forward, just to build off the ratings and things like that.
What about yourself, Ken?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. The TV deal. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing the shift because of the TV deal. You're gonna have to. Television is different. It's not just about the in-ring. You gotta have the mic skills. You gotta have the personalities. You gotta have the looks. You gotta have everything that goes on with being on television. So now that TNA has that deal with AMC, they're gonna get more time. They're gonna get more television, which brings in more money, but you got to be able to be one of the people that say, yeah, we can tap you because we can put you on TV and we can make a boatload of money.
One second, my phone just started ringing. All right, let's talk. Did anybody see Dark Side of the Ring yesterday?
No, I haven't seen it.
I don't know where to watch it. Where is it on?
Vice.
Oh.
Oh.
They still doing it?
Vice.
Yeah,
Vice is still around.
Yeah, the new season.
There's only one Vice I acknowledge.
See?
The new season came out, and this is very interesting because Awesome Kong pretty much said that she's getting paid compared to Kurt Angle, excuse me, she's getting like $1 out of the 10, which in that time was equivalent to the manager of McDonald's. So we've come a far way, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, can you like believe that? Because she did so much for TNA, and I actually want to go back and watch this because I'm sure there's, you know, so many different stories that we've never heard of as that. But any thoughts as far as Awesome Kong then and where women's wrestling is now? I'm gonna start with you, Will.
I could absolutely see that happening. Like the amount of people that they had in there, a lot of them came from WCW and knew what that run was like. It's like, hey, we need some of the people that WWE isn't paying attention to come to TNA. Mm-hmm. And I can definitely see that wallet and that check being blank, and them putting the majority of what they had into having a Kurt Angle there, a Booker T there, a Ric Flair there during those times. And to have a women's division where not that it's, hey, you need to be divas, but it's like, we'll see what you do and what you grow from. And then for them to come be in there, it's like, hey, you know, you think about an indie wrestler, most of them don't get paid that much. As many classic matches as we've seen, like on the internet, ask them how much they got paid to do that, and it's probably around the same thing that Awesome Kong is saying. So I could see it, but you know, I don't want to say it's you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. And there's no doubt that Awesome Kong is the reason why the CEO is now one of the most highest paid women wrestlers there. So it's unfortunate that she had to do that, but she walked us where to Mercedes can be able to count her hundreds at a pool wherever she wants to be at.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where, like, for instance, like looking back at what I was on a full scholarship to Oregon, right? So you look at what I got versus what these like college athletes are getting, and you're like, you look back and you're just like, is there like back pay? Like, is there like is like Awesome Kong for all the stuff that she's done, right? And all the things that she's, you know, kind of created the lanes. Like, is there like a version of back pay that some of these wrestlers can get for, you know, being such trailblazers? It's more of a like a hopeful thought, but I don't know. I don't know if Mr. said you have anything to.
I was gonna say though, that I do think it sucks that there's no royalties that they get for being like, and I think and you know, again, thanks to fucking Terry Bollea's bitch ass, a union wasn't formed to where all of that stuff could happen.
Right.
Where like, you know, I would hope that that's what the WWE Legends deal might have been pertaining to and stuff. But, you know, I don't know the inner workings of all of that. But I feel like if you're showing me Awesome Kong footage on an episode of Impact this Thursday,
you're right.
She should be getting money for that.
Yeah.
Checks given to her, just like anybody else. But again, you know, this is the industry we're in. But again, having platforms to say it like this can voice something to start happening, hopefully.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Mr. Sid?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea to have royalties. So then you wouldn't have to see so many superstars at like these different autograph signings year after year just to try to make some type of ends meet. Like they made something off their legacy matches that people watch on like the networks and the apps and things like that. And then, of course, I know people still sell merch real hard. They get percentage off that. But I think with TV deals and that type of revenue, so some type of percentage would be better than nothing. But the pay discrepancy across the whole in women's wrestling was so bad for years, and a lot of people walk so people can run today. And I think more than one women's performers probably make up the top 10 list of wrestlers overall here in 2026, which is a good thing to see.
Absolutely.
That it's not only possible, but that it's happening.
Ken?
Yeah, I think it's sad to say it's just indicative of those times. And we've seen it in every industry, male or female, but we know more so on the female side. Like how you brought up the college scholarship thing. They had to really fight to get NIL deals now. And now we're seeing what happens when it's like, oh, they can get paid off their name, image, and likeness. Like they not working for free. I love the royalties idea because you now have whole libraries and archives where you can go back and you can watch old footage on these streaming platforms, and these streaming platforms are getting paid for this, but the wrestlers who are putting on the performance, they don't see no check. I can go watch every single Royal Rumble, every single WrestleMania, and I guarantee you that every wrestler that was on one of those is not getting a check for me watching it now in 2026. And so what WWE is, and whatever other platform that it's on is getting paid. So I think that that's probably the next step in evolution in the pay, is to start getting some sort of royalties for these wrestlers. And we are now seeing, Seth alluded to it, your top 5 is, you could probably have 3 or 4 of them all be female wrestlers if you really want to put a list to it. And so they need to be getting paid equally, period.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Because even if like WWE were to strike a deal, it's like, all right, we get this much from, these videos on YouTube. And even if it's, I'd feel okay at least getting, a couple of dollars. Like I get a couple of dollars from Facebook. Look, I'll take this $5-10 from Facebook, then no dollars at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at least send them something.
That's free tacos every Taco Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something. It's something.
Or even like merchandise. Like I feel like there's no way you're selling me an Austin 316 shirt and Austin shouldn't be getting a check.
Correct.
Right.
This many years later,
like to this day. And then too, like that also allows y'all to roll out different things, like a legacy line. Like say TNA is like, hey man, we put out a special edition of like an Awesome Kong shirt where like it'll be designed, but it'll be stitched in, and it's gonna be this price, and it's limited. But it's like she also gets a piece of that, especially like how you see what WWE doing. It's just there's a lot of ways where you can take care of these superstars who have done so much to entertain us and the altered lives they have to live, because most of them don't walk away where it's like, hey, by the time they're in their 60s, these people can do a full sprint. Like, no, like these cats walking funny. Some of them, like their bodies take a toll doing this for us. And they should definitely be compensated for that, even after they're done performing.
The cool part is they're one part athlete and one part artist, and the equivalent of like an actor, right? Because they're putting on a performance, but they're doing physical things with their bodies like an athlete. And they're doing this on television, right? So their structure should be kind of a blend of what an NBA player would get and what an actor would get for putting on a TV show or a movie. And that right there, you intersect that and figure out a way to do that. Now you're talking percentages of the merch. You're talking percentages of syndicated shows and reruns. Then you go into name, image, and likeness things with the athletic thing, healthcare for them, and so because they're doing multiple roles. I remember even Paul Heyman talking about it's a shame that they don't qualify for the Emmys, which it is.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Because they are acting, they're characters, right? They're characters. They're driving television ratings.
Yeah.
If a TV show don't have no ratings, guess what? That show gone, right? So they got to perform every single night to make sure that these ratings are up. They got to create these characters, go out there and act their asses off, and then give us a whole performance physically like it were a football game. So they need to be getting paid as athletes and as actors.
Yeah. Dylan, no. I think there's only one show that I get residuals from, and now it's like 2 cents. But no, I don't get royalties from that, because that's a whole nother story. And I don't think they're SAG eligible. I think they're only SAG eligible as far as the wrestlers if they've done commercials or any of that stuff into their contract. So yeah, it is quite interesting. But
100% be SAG eligible.
Yeah, I think it's all into the contract, and I honestly believe like anybody who enters the entertainment space, especially when you're trying to get in, that it's up to the company on how they're going to treat you. And I think you could talk about in the music space too. Like it's like, we're making you this star. You have the talent, but we're putting the marketing or whatever behind making you the star. So therefore, anything that we help create, it's 100% ours, which is not necessarily right, but it is what it is. And the whole gag is, no matter what, you still have, for instance, a new face on NXT. Everybody, there's still more people coming. Nobody's gonna say I'm not gonna take that deal, because a lot of people who enter these spaces, they still want to be superstars, like this lady here. Tell us some things, Will, or Mr. Will.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're watching on your screens right now is the 10th wonder of the world herself. She was formerly known as Nikki Blackheart. She made her debut last week on NXT, and then this past Tuesday, she is letting y'all know that the flames have set ablaze to Nikki Blackheart, and a new version has emerged from the ashes, and she goes by Raina Volkan now. I'm probably saying that horribly, but y'all already know I'm not good with names. But she has changed her name to Raina Volkan. That is a play off of Volcano, and she gave a incredible vignette this past Tuesday, and she has one of the coldest torture racks I have seen in years. If they do her like they have done the lady of Vice City, hick about them, bro. All I know is this: it's gonna be like Batista and Ric Flair when Batista was talking to Triple H saying, "Give me what I want," and you Ric Flair in this scenario, so you know.
Mr. said potential client. Or I don't know, councilman, potential
Whoa,
client.
whoa.
Or she already your client.
I thought it was obvious. Thought this was.
Oh.
I named her the 10th one. I named her the 10th wonder of the world. I thought this was.
My bad.
You about to start ruckus.
Sorry.
I was like, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Really? All right, Mr. Said, any words?
Oh yeah, the mayor's portfolio is a little bit full right now, although she is a lovely asset to the NXT brand. The name will have to grow on me. I'm just here for her eventual match with Zarya. I think that would be really fun, seeing the two kind of a hoss fight between those two ladies. But again, the rich get richer, man. NXT Women's Division is so deep, and there's so many talents. Like, I don't even know how you juggle the opportunities of these women. There's so many women that I can say are underserved in the division. I'm looking at like Kalani Jordan, who rightfully should have been champion by now, but like it's Kendal's time. I mean, I got stock in the Grey Graps, and I know we talked about the TNA thing with characters. Kendal is the exact opposite of that. So she's going to try to grow into her character in real time, and we'll see how it goes. I got some thoughts about that, how we did Lola's title reign, of course, but I mean, I'll save those for another time.
Can I be honest though? Can I be honest? It's time anyway. Like, it's
time for what?
Like, it's time for Lola to go up. Like, she definitely need to make it.
I don't see it. Now that Priest with AAA, it's gonna be like, hey, we both over there. I don't see it.
Well, honestly, though, I think they are really pushing her to become the women's world champ there. Like, I think that's what they really like. Because again, I see superstar in her, but I think her being women's champion and then going over to like a SmackDown, especially with the way that they're having them defend the belts on SmackDown now, I think you have a good play there. And this would be a great time for Misty Iguana to turn heel and then let Damian become mixed tag champions with her. Yeah. So but I say that to say she's outgrown NXT. And that's a lot of thanks to Triple H. Like, she is a superstar now.
Yeah.
And I even said with Kendal Grey, like when I saw her and she beat her, I was like, this is some bullshit. This is ass. I can't believe they let that little small white girl do that to her. Like, I'm tired of them winning every fucking time now. And then Tuesday came and she got on that mic. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I get it. I didn't get it at first. I totally get it now. That girl really is the female Kurt Angle. And just like you said, like it took Angle to grow on us, but he always delivered on his spot. I'm like, yo, she about to do the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she willing to do it. And you can see it in her eyes. Like she's willing to do whatever it is to help the company get where it needs to go. You can see it.
Yeah, Kendall Cole. I just feel like we should have had at least a 120. 120 days as champion. I'd have been satisfied. We lost at like 80, 89 or something like that.
Well, at least it's not 63.
And I'll take that. I'll take that. I know I saw Sindel in here. We surpassed who, so we don't got to rehash that. But Hickenbottom, we brought up Batista earlier. I'm thinking Batista Rey Mysterio when I see you, because that's crazy what you did. Like
that was nasty work. Because
she only had like two title defenses, maybe 3.
I think 3. I think that was it. But it was definitely one of those like it was building and then it was like that's it.
Yeah.
But I feel like they wanted to just at least have her have it.
Yeah, it's like one of those things like, oh, you guys are clamoring for it. Not Sammy, like here, damn, but like,
oh boy,
we'll see.
Are we talking?
Oh boy.
Are we talking?
Hey,
well, Mr. Stead, are you staying or are you going?
Talk.
We can go into that. There's 2 things. Yeah.
Whew. I got maybe 5 more minutes, but I'll just say this: I hate it had to be Sammy, but CM Punk. Like he about to steal Hickenbottom's name as Born Again, because like what he's been doing in the ring since being back, these ain't bad matches. These are all like history. 20 years from now, we're looking at these matches, but like I'm talking about just the spectacle of him entering arenas at Mania, Chicago. It's like, all right, ain't nobody fucking with Phil, man. He done did this shit like 4 times this year already. Where it's like the Jordan entrance, the joint on top of Allegiant Stadium. And just as simple as the garage coming out, like we know you here, but like
nigga,
that shit was cold.
As soon as it opened, I was like, oh, Sammy's losing tonight. Oh wow, he's really about to lose tonight. Like, as soon as that's cold, I was like, that's cold. And then Punk hair would slick back. I was like, oh, he really not about to win to yo.
Like it's undeniable. It's undeniable. You know whose fault this is?
Opportunity might fall out of the sky.
This is one person's fault.
Whose?
Cody Rhodes. Because you needed a bigger star on SmackDown that can just trump the Cody verse. Because everybody else is getting fed to Cody. This back and forth bullshit. Cody wins. He can't do that to Punk because Punk is a bigger star.
Yeah.
Man, you know what it is though too. Man,
TK, you don't think he's a bigger star?
That Punk is a bigger star
bigger than Cody.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I'll there's something that I found out the other day that I'll say
Cody's bigger than Punk. How is Cody bigger than Punk?
Cody has it on both sides. Like Cody's marketable. So like that's what makes you bigger. Like you are the face. CM Punk is the favorite though. Like, and it's not really it's really the other side of the coin. I'm not even gonna say a bigger thing. I'm gonna say it's one side of both sides of the coin. Like how Rock and Stone Cold. Like Rock can go do movies. Stone Cold should not be doing movies.
So who do you think in mainstream media is bigger? Cody or Punk?
Cody.
Cody's got more.
Cody's been on TV sports world
and movies before.
We talk about Cody every week. We talk about Cody every single week.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah, I mean, Punk's been on TV. He's been on TV shows. He's been on stuff. Like he can do Hollywood.
Yeah, but it's not. But to a Cody Rhodes thing, No.
See, we
It's
got to
interesting-
see when Street Fighter come
discussion.
out. We got to see when
Interesting
Street Fighter
discussion.
come out because Cody doesn't give off
Cody
Hollywood.
been in the Arrowverse. He's worked with DC.
Yeah.
He's been
That's
in
a tough one.
comedies. Yeah, bro. Like it's not
with Stephen Amell, who's a wrestling stan.
Yeah, it's just again, Cody is The Rock. CM Punk is Stone Cold.
I mean, I'm not mad at the comparison because I
I
Like-
think if Cody, if you were talking Cody before his return to WWE and in AEW, I would say Punk is the mainstream because everybody was referencing Punk and all the things he's done and wanting him to come back and his MMA debut, all this other stuff. But now that you say all this stuff about Cody, I feel like, yeah, no, you're right, Will. Yeah,
this one politician recognizes another. That's all.
Man,
That is.
listen. Your councilman will never steer you wrong. He will never steer you wrong. I'm just calling it like it is. I'm just very interested to see what the temperature is going to be when he's there Friday. Because
It's gonna be.
although that happened, this could also turn into when Austin shook Vince's hand. Because the moment that happened, the instant I thought was like that moment when him and The Rock were in the ring and what happened to him, I was like, yo, you just became The Rock. You really just, what happened to you just did to him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's like, again, we know things like that tend to happen, but it's like, so what is the consequence of the voice of the voiceless doing this? And on top of the fact, John Cena calling that out when they had their match at Night of Champions, when he said, yo, you are TKO's new corporate puppet.
Yeah.
And you lie to everyone and say that you're not. And it just showed like, yo, this is what it is.
I don't know if it's gonna happen because we didn't get them passing through the arena or nothing like that. But when Roman put the battery in Sammy back,
That's why I'm like, if Sammy don't get no payoff on this could turn very badly.
we're gonna have Sammy looking more menacing than Jacob.
Yeah,
Man.
because he alluded to it. He said, technically, I did bring it back to the family. He wasn't lying.
Before you get out of here, Mr. Said, I have a question for you. Would you pay $699 for the NWA 30th Anniversary Legacy Championship belt?
Is this what it looks like?
Yes.
It's a setup question. I'm a black man. No, I would not. What was the price on that?
$699.99.
If it was half that, I still wouldn't do it. No, absolutely not.
If it was just the 99-cent part, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I think I know Councilman's answer, but Councilman,
You couldn't pay me to click on the link to go look at this. Yeah, no, I'm as look, we accept Hollywood Hogan still. We we just decided like, hey, he don't count in all that nigga's bullshit.
mm-hmm.
But to support with giving you some money, I can't do it. I'm gonna just hold on to the fond memories of Hollywood Hogan, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
the main joy I get from Hulk Hogan today is that viral clip that surfaces like every now and then of him pushing the CD player on Young Jeezy. I get joy out of that. That's funny to me. But that's the only memory I have right now.
And Ken, I think I know the answer, but
Absolutely not. Like I said, even if you took off the $6.99 and just had the 0.99, you ain't getting a dime.
Mr. Said, do you gotta leave now?
I do. I gotta have
tell people where they can find you.
Normally I say this. thing where like I don't want to be found, and that's still kind of true. But since we got some content dropping, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram at Said Is The Answer, on the Twitter sphere, X, whatever you want to call it, at Said Says CWD_SAYS. Got a cool interview dropping soon with Brittany Brooks as well as Tessa Blanchard. Still got to put these Pound Town interviews out. I'm still waiting on my Pound Town royalties and my sash.
The Pound Town interviews are up on YouTube.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the stuff that was supposed to be at Pound Town Wrestling that requested that wasn't there. Tell Ariane I'm still collecting from that. So we need like the floats and all that. Like, yeah, need that compensation. Other than that, I'll be here when I be here. You know, you can find me here sometimes when my interest is done correctly. Before you ask for another show, similar to like TV royalties and all that, that's how the Monday Nightmare was. We had a lot of stuff going, but the ratings weren't coming in, so I got cut. So I don't know what to tell y'all. There's another show called
and you got pitched
the Mayor's Corner or something like that.
You didn't want to do that. You can get paid more for.
If y'all want the Mayor's Corner, you guys give me some ideas and surface some topics, and I'll just turn the little computer on and we'll chat. You know, but yeah, the Mayor's outside until further notice. And Hickenbottom, I'm gonna catch you lacking, but later, everybody.
Thanks. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. There's one other thing that I wanted to talk about, which was the Rock's film that's coming out. Freebird.
Moana?
No, Moana. I think that one already came out, did it not?
I think it's in theaters right now.
Yeah. So there's another film that's coming out. He has a lot of films actually coming out. Freebird. I just kind of wanted to have a discussion on his acting career and your thoughts on it overall. And I'll start with you, Will, because it seems like he's averaging, at least 1 to 3 films a year, if not more. So, Will, thoughts on the acting career, the trajectory, all things, that type of stuff.
As far as what?
Your thoughts on it, as far as is it? Your thoughts on it. As far,
look, am I grading
overall,
it?
Yes, overall, because I'll give you an example. There was a point where I think somebody made this. I don't know, somewhere where you're talking about the Rock's career, where it's just like he's the same person in every film, but then you had a film that could have been like Oscar worthy, but it didn't really do well in the theaters. So I think overall, the Rock's career as an actor, your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's a A, but it's in a lower A.
So an A minus?
I was saying I don't want to put a minus. You know where he sits at? He sits at with Samuel L. Jackson. Like that's where The Rock sits at with his career.
I got to hear the speech on this one. How
I want to hear
Samuel L. He said Samuel L. Like,
because if you think about it, Samuel L. Jackson makes movies. He makes movies that you want to watch at home, or it's not nothing that's supposed to go to awards and stuff like that. Like he watches stuff that you would want to watch, not like I gotta watch it. That was a good piece. And I'll watch it every so often. It's like, I can watch Soul Men every week. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the type of stuff he makes. I think The Rock has been able to do the same thing. I think, some of the stuff he's played, it'd be the same person, but it's enough of a tilt to where it feels different. And the fact that you're going to make fun of that, then you also got to say the same thing about Denzel Washington, because he just plays himself in different scenarios.
Yeah, that last film though, I was like, Denzel, I love it, but
yeah, but I was in my head, I was like, that's the same thing you can say about Liam Neeson or Jason Statham.
Yeah, but again too,
but
like
you gonna watch it.
Yeah, but then too now comes into the factor though of the box office success that he's had and the deals that he's done and able to have him excel to that type of level. Jumanji is a major success. Nobody can take that away from him. That thing is in the damn billions. Moana in the billions. The dude has worked with Disney. The guy has worked with Netflix, making stuff with Ryan Reynolds, Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
there's so much stuff. Like he's had Young Rock on NBC. Like they told
that was
his
a really
life.
good show.
Yeah,
that was canceled unceremoniously. That was a really good show.
It was a really good show. Like he's hosted things. Like the dude's career is something where it's like, yo, I will sit here and watch that during the day. And even to exploring different versions of like trying to do thrillers, doing romantic comedies. Yeah, like you said, those aren't the ones that necessarily some that he made. He didn't have, you know what it is? It's like he didn't have like Jim Carrey. He didn't have his Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. You know, like he hasn't made that one yet where it's like, oh, like I can take, you know, Dwayne seriously. Or like Batista, where Batista was in 007. It was like, oh, you know, Batista got down like that. So I think his career is something to be studied. It's a blueprint to be taken into account. And again, I put it in the upper A. I'm not saying it's Leo. I'm not saying it's Denzel. I'm not saying it's Meryl Streep or anything like that. I'm not saying it's Viola Davis. Not comparing it to those. We know who are.
That would be S tier. That would, you know,
that's
status. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I agree with the councilman on the A. If we're going to then separate out and go like, okay, well, he's not he could be an immortal because, you know, you might watch his movies. There's some of his movies you're going to watch forever. They're going to play forever. They will always be on syndication. You know, it'll be a weekend marathon and it'll be Dwayne "Rock" Johnson.
Yeah, he's staying on that type. Yeah.
They'll do that. I think TK, what you were alluding to on the Smashing Machine, the movie didn't do well, but if you go and watch it, him and Emily Blunt's acting was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, right? Yeah. And we know that The Rock has depth because we've seen it even in his wrestling with his promos and his characters. So we know he knows how to do both sides. I don't give credence to he's the same character in every movie. I think there was a period in time where, and you see this with a lot of actors, you even see this with musical artists. They have children and they shift how they do what they do with their art. Because now it's like, oh, I want to make stuff that my kids can see me doing. And so that's his work with Disney. And you start to see that. Him doing Jumanji, him doing like a Central Intelligence with a Kevin Hart. You can't tell me that a Central Intelligence is the same as him being in Fast and the Furious.
Oh, can I add to yours too? Let's not forget, his first two roles was the Scorpion King. Right. And Be Cool, where he was a gay bodyguard.
Yeah, he was a gay bodyguard. Be Cool. And
nowhere
he didn't even speak. You're like, yo, this dude is phenomenal. I'm like, he ain't even talking. He just on there with just full persona, right? So you're giving this like his career took off for a role he had no words in. That's Charlie Chaplin territory. You feel me? So, you know, I give him an A. I love his movies. I think he can give you things from being a family man all the way to being an action star, all the way to being straight up comedy. So to being ratchet, even when you look with his work on Ballers, right? Like he's a ex-athlete turned businessman who's slightly an asshole, you know. Now maybe that's part of his personality. We don't know. It could just be he was exasperated.
I feel like that's part of his
right. And it's just, and you just, you know, it's just on dubs, you know what I'm saying? Because you're playing a character, right? So, but that's not the same as him being in even the Hobbs one, right? Where it shows how he's with a daughter and
that one's good,
he's a dad and he's doing these things and daddy's got to go to work and he's a police officer. Like those are two different types of people. So, and you, the one thing you can't say about his movies are boring. None of them are boring. Even his worst movie still has a level of entertainment to it.
Yeah, now I think about it.
I will still watch Dune to this day. I don't care how shitty they say that movie is. I enjoyed it. The Rock was phenomenal in it.
Because Dune is a movie I never took it serious. I wasn't trying to take Doom serious. It's a video game. It's supposed
That's
to
what I
be
said.
over
I
the
was
top
like,
like
yo.
that.
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
why are
yo,
we
y'all
trying to
think-
put? Why are we trying to put this like McDonald's meal up against Michelin star ratings? That's not what it was
Yeah.
supposed to be.
It was
It's-
not.
look,
I was like,
when I'm drunk and I want Jack in the Box or Taco Bell, that's Doom. When I'm trying to, you know, take a young lady out, now we getting Michelin star. That's name one of his other, just Jumanji. Now because you know it's a different type of level. So like you can't be. Yes, stop trying to take the non-serious stuff serious.
that movie was made for the Sci-Fi Channel, and they was judging it like this was on the Avatar level. I'm like, what are we doing? Like the movie, like yo, like what were y'all expecting? Like yo, come on, don't do that.
Yeah, now I think about it, because I did like a deep dive on Michael Jackson a couple weeks ago. I kind of want to do a deep dive on The Rock and kind of do the back-to-back, because I agree when you talk about the longevity of his career and you know how he made his own table, creating his own stuff, whether you like it or not. Like Kevin Hart's taking those risks as well, because he could have just been an action character, an action hero, and then been good, but he's kind of expanding himself even with this current role that's going to be coming out, Freebird. So yeah, I just, you know, great discussion, guys, and I think this is a great way to end the show, because I don't want to get in my tangent about him not coming back to WWE and this deadline thing. So with that being said, thanks, Ken, for coming on. Where can everybody find you?
Everybody can find me at KDC Empire or Alcove_sports on IG. It'll lead you to everything else.
And Mr. Councilman, where can everybody find you?
You can find me at Will Pharaoh, PHARAOH. That's everywhere. And my Facebook is just W Pharaoh. Make sure you tune in. Probably gonna be going live tonight, maybe. Hopefully. We'll see. I need to eat first. But yeah.
Okay. Y'all make sure to check out Courtney tonight for AEW watch along and post show. Make sure to check out the website. There's a whole bunch of articles that are dropping, www.talkpod.com, as well as the interviews that Mr. Said did yesterday at Only Wrestlers. Really great wrestling matches. So I definitely want to go back and look at that. Thank you to Only Wrestlers for having us there. And you can follow me everywhere at TK Trinidad. Make sure you check out Women's Wrestling Talk on all social media platforms at www.talkpod.com. Till next time. Ciao.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.